It might be cold outside, but inside the STEM Lab for Sustainability at North Park School for Innovation, there's some serious pollinating going on, right, Sequoia? And it's not our insect friends either. Let's check it out. You are going to see our pollinating heroes with Q-tips. These Q-tips collect the pollen and transfer the pollen from flower to flower. This pollination process works great indoors. However, we need to protect the bees, the butterflies, and other superhero pollinators of nature so the pollination process can happen in the great outdoors. Now, let's meet some student pollinators. Let's meet some of the pollination heroes. So, what exactly is pollination? Pollination is the process that allows plants to be able to reproduce. Sometimes wind or rain can blow pollen between plants to create pollination or reproduction. Just like animals, plants need a male and female to make a new seed, which can eventually grow into a new plant. The difference with plants is that the plants have, in a single flower, both the male and female parts. How cool is that? The male part of the flower, called the anther, makes the pollen. The pollen looks like powder. The bee above is covered with pollen. The female part of the flower, called the pistil, makes the egg. Pollination is the process of how the pollen from the male part of the flower gets to the egg in the female part of the flower. The flower has many more parts. Pollination is so interesting. So, how do animals, or even students, do this pollinating? Well, pollinators, like this moth, love the sweet nectar that is made in the bottom of the flower, in the pistil part. The pollinators move from flower to flower, looking for more sweet nectar to drink. When the pollinators go to get more nectar, they will often get pollen stuck on their body. When the pollinator lands on another flower, the pollen from the last flower can fall off and go down into the pistil. If the pollen makes its way down the pistil and meets the egg, a wondrous event is very likely to happen. If the egg and pollen meet, the wondrous event is that a seed will form. Around 80% of the world's flowering plants need pollinators. Scientists estimate that about 35% of our food is created by pollinators. Fruit, many vegetables, nuts, coffee, and even chocolate need pollinators. Pollinators are heroes. Some fruit, such as strawberries, have the seeds on the outside of the fruit. And the best thing about pollination is picking and eating the healthy food. The fruit goes from the tower garden directly to our mouths. No plastic, no waste, and pure nutrition without any artificial ingredients. The North Park STEM Lab is also known as the Sustainability Lab. The Tower Garden is a great example of an environmentally friendly and innovative learning tool. We learned so much about insect pollinators from Eric Vahey. Eric is a naturalist from Wargo Nature Center. In addition, we learned a lot from Whitney Lower about one of our favorite pollinators, the butterflies. Whitney is from the Wargo Nature Center's outreach program. Growing food year-round, indoors and outdoors, that's sustainable through renewable energy? Now that's helping our planet.